Hello, hello everyone. Back again. This is Valet Games. Um, I appreciate you all for joining me. I don't really know what I'm gonna play today. Excuse me as I get my sip of coffee in. Kinda wasn't gonna do this, and then I was like, you know what? What are you gonna do otherwise? Just play video games anyways in bed? Just get up, get to capture stuff, make a video. So, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing today. Kind of discouraged week two, which I guess that's normal, but just trying to keep myself going, you know. Just keep posting them, keep making them. Let's try this. I think today we're going to do Kingdom of Amalur, I think is the name of it. I'll do, I don't know, first 20 minutes, half hour of this, and then I'll I'll throw something on that's a little um more up my wheelhouse. I can commentate on a bit more. This I've never I got about two-thirds of the way through, I think. I played this one all the way back in oh gosh, 2020, I think. 2021 around that time. I just moved out of my parents' house. I was 19, 20. Oh, whoops, that was weighing on me. um, Moved into an apartment by myself for the very first time with an ex-girlfriend, which
From the
I do
beginning,
not
all
recommend.
along, and only now, well into the second decade of the conflict,
I don't
have
know
we begun to
how loud
understand
that
the
is for you
mistakes
guys. I
we have
might.
made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have
Bump these
foreseen what
sliders
might be
around a little
born
bit.
on this rising tide, what force might awaken, a
Um,
force powerful enough to twist
I don't know
even
if
the
you guys don't want
eternal
me to
and
talk
the
over this or
mutable
if
Fae
it's
folk.
so quiet. At this point, you can't really hear it, but
But
I'll let it
Gadflow,
play out.
the new
Chime
king
in
of the Winter
every now and
Court,
again when I have something to
surprised us
say,
all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not.
which is
Aggressive,
often.
ambitious, visionary.
If
He
you
had
guys
power like
don't know, I'm
none we
pretty
had ever
sure
seen,
R.A.
terrible
Salvatore
and
was
deadly.
part of this game. My dog. Um,
Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of
yeah, this was a
Amathon.
passion project between,
In the
like,
name
well,
of that
passion
god,
project. One
they
guy had
marched
a
to
ton
war
of
against the
money
young
and wanted to
races
make
of
it.
Amalur,
And so they got a
against a
couple other
mortal
people in
army.
and they
No
made it.
matter
And
the
it
power
was,
of their
I
god,
think it did
we
a
might have
good
been
enough, but
victorious. But the Fae are creatures of
it's considered
magic,
a flop, I
not
think.
bound by the laws of life and death. Each to us are fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our
Like I
fate had
said, I
been
don't have a
written.
mic
At
yet. I'm
least,
waiting
that
on
is what we
that to show
believed,
up. That'll be the next part of
until
this.
you
And
died.
then, but, so I just have this all through a Bluetooth headset. I don't know what the volume's at or what I'm talking over, so I apologize and I thank you for sticking with me. I'm sure it's not as big of a deal as I'm worried about it is, but like I said, next step's a mic, and then as nice as this program I'm running with is OBS, I'm wondering if there's probably a way in it where I could actually set up um, my recording, like isolate it so it's a separate track. I think that's what people do. Like I said, though, I'm all self-taught. I just decided to do this 2 weeks ago.
What do you think
Pretty
this
good
one is then?
first steps, I think.
Alpha,
Thanks for
Connor?
joining me, everyone.
Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Gran? Eyes
As
on
I
the
was saying,
job,
though, this was
boy.
kind of,
Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
oh wait, kind of a one and done, where the studio was like, yeah, all right, that's it. Um, I think I want to go for Ronnie. Human, sword. um, New York, yeah, that would be your god, but let's see what else there is. Go with that. So like I was saying, it was kind of passion project by this team that was like solely funded by this one guy who got R.A. Salvatore in on it, and it was supposed to kind of be like a single player MMO, like at least from my understanding of what they're trying to do. You'd be tan from the sea. And the striking blue isn't striking enough. Let's go with that. Give you some nice eyeshadow. Oh yeah, perfect. Um, but that's kind of, kind of was ahead of its time. Combat is really slick. The stories, new and interesting. You do get the problem where it's human or elf, but that's every fantasy video game out there. Um, yeah, little pirates. Give them an earring. Sorry, I'm probably talking too quiet. Should speak up and not mumble under my breath. Um, give him a little earring. Like, I don't know if you guys ever have read the How to Train Your Dragon books, but if you haven't, you should. You're missing out. I wouldn't say they're, I mean, I would say they're better than the movies because I watched, them first, but they're different. Anyways, Stoic, Hiccup's dad, in the books wants a little pirate earring, one book, is like obsessed with it, and then he gets them at the end of the book, but Hiccup goes missing, like under the sea. And he throws his earring into the water, his earrings into the water, and then Hiccup shows up and he's so happy. Makes me cry every time. But anyways, like I was saying, this was kind
Varani.
of, oh,
Must have been a
sorry.
mercenary, come to fight in the war. I could have told him how he'd end up. Not in bad shape, though, all things considered. All right, then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details. Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen. I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one. Anything else we need? Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done. Put him with the others.
Um, So yeah, their design philosophy behind it was kind of to kind of was they're trying to make like a single player MMO, and once we get out in the world, you'll kind
Well,
of see
that's
that.
it for
But
you then. Better luck next time.
the issue with MMOs, in my opinion, is you either get, the Warcraft problem where it's like, yeah, this is the game I want to play, but everything you do in the game is just clicking the mouse and pushing 1, 2, 3 on the keyboard. Or you have the opposite problem where it's, yeah, it's technically MMO, but I'm just going through and doing everything myself, and like it's just online, and I can hook up to join other people in missions. And that's, I think, a smarter way to do it, but not necessarily my preferred. If we're talking about my preferred game, like as a kid growing up in the 2000s with media constantly being about, MMOs and all that, like I want a game like this that's just actually an MMO where it's, I go through, everything's still single based, everything still revolves around me or you, but then there's just other people here with me also doing their thing. Skyrim Online is kind of like that, but I'm just picky at this stage. I want some more fleshed out combat in a big open world MMO like that. I don't really experiment too much with the genre, so I don't know if I'm describing something that already exists. If I am, feel free to let me know. But here we go. We're getting started. Okay. We'll probably get through this dungeon and out into the open world, and I will call it
They're all over.
on
Run!
gameplay. That'll probably be all
Scatter,
I do for
children of
this game
dust!
until
Scatter
I see
before the
it
might of the Tuatha!
gets 8 views compared to my usual 2 views from everything else, or if more people want to see it. As always, leave a comment. Kill the giant rat.
Stay
I'll
away!
see everyone over there doing their Taekwondo. See, if those were real players, like, that's the game I want, where I'm still doing this, still on my own. It's a big world like this. It's got this level of detail and
No child of dust shall.
hands-on, I guess. I like very hands-on
Help!
technical,
Anybody!
which might, again, it's probably just a personal preference. I've played so many video games at this point that I need to just make a video game for myself, but
You! Up there!
I
Please
really
help
like the
me!
technical
Please!
aspects of
Or
games
more
like Monster
slimy?
Hunter or Dark Souls or
No.
even this, like that.
All
That's something you don't get in Skyrim. But then I get lonely. I you know, it's just a solitary single player experience. It would be fun if there's other people and you see them and socialize with them, but don't necessarily have to engage with them. That's what I'm kind of hoping No
Oh,
Man's
thank you. Thank you. Why,
No Man's Sky, the new
if you
game.
hadn't come
Light No
along,
Fire, sorry.
why,
What's the publisher called?
I've seen you
Hello Games.
before.
Hello Games' new
On the
game.
slab. It worked. By the tome, it worked.
Um,
Well, but your body was so well. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have Professor Former's shoe. The two Arthur are coming into the lower. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, oh my. You don't. We've never seen them this far inland. Not even during the invasion. I wish I could tell you more. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. It'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope we
Okay.
get this done.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Right this way.
Sorry, it's gone.
Go first.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think a lot of my preferences just come from being kind of oversaturated
This is what they're after.
with it,
Greatest invention. The well of
where
souls.
people don't.
Imagine an end
I've come
to
to
all.
the
An
realization
end
people
to
don't
death.
play as many video games as I do. And that's, again, that's kind of the reason behind starting this channel in the first place. Like, you do this so much, why are you just doing it alone by yourself in a room and not doing anything with it, you know? It's kind of like if you sang all the time, you know, and people told you you were good. It's not necessarily something that you can monetize in itself. You're like, oh yeah, that's cool, it's just a skill I have. But then it's also like, well, maybe you should use that skill creatively in some way. You know, try and get fulfillment.
We're in one of the storerooms. See if you can find anything useful.
I don't know. A little too much behind the scenes, maybe. I just know I fall in really bad like pits during the winter months, and it's just like hard to drag myself out of bed and do anything, and then state of the world. It's not easy out there. Trying to find a job, trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, trying to write my book I've had on the back burners ever since I was how old, you know? That's kind of my personal reason for starting this. Like, there's all this stuff, you know, I can do, I want to do, I want to try, but then there's something about, I don't know if this is common in other people or just me, but my common sense will then kick in and be like, no, you can't do that. Just get a real job, you know? Go, McDonald's is hiring, work at McDonald's, make 12 bucks. You can use that 12 bucks now versus waiting and hoping. You know, this starts working out, but I've lived my life like that for 25 years, and where's it gone me, you know?
Wait. Do you hear something?
Time to
Door to
take some
Arthur!
risks. If it doesn't work out, who cares? At least you tried it. Oh, I do have a shield. Okay.
You're
Beat him
going
up.
to need more than just
Beat him
that
up.
sword.
Beat him
That
up.
one had a phone. Get it?
I was running double in projects. So we just got our first bow. And this is honestly the best part of the game. The, oh, whoops. How do I, there we go. It's just the amount of weapons and styles you can use.
Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us.
Um, which I don't know. I take for granted. I think a lot of us take for
Go,
granted
go.
these days. But going back to old games, there is always the riff that's like, oh, you're just gonna be stuck as one dude doing one thing the entire game. Um, I don't think people quite realize, and that's what's fun for me, kind of thinking back on just like all the technical limitations or challenges and, you know, advancements and breakthroughs we've had in the gaming world, gaming sphere, gaming realm. And then you think about that, and you look at all the games you're still playing today, and it becomes, increasingly apparent in a short matter of time that still, there's still kind of a formula behind these that people stick through, and it's for no reason other than just that's the way we make games. And stuff like that that makes me want to make my own video game, even though I know nothing about development or coding
Daggers are
or
deadly
any of the
if you
technical
catch an
stuff. I
enemy
just have
unaware. Their speed more
lots
than
of
makes up for their
ideas
size.
as, an enjoyer of video games as a whole. That's kind of always been my blockage, where it's like I have the ideas, I don't necessarily have the know-how or the talent, and I think you just have to realize one day, like, neither did half these
Forward up
people
ahead.
before they started,
If you can
You
sneak
just have to,
up
you
on them with your
learn
daggers,
as you
you should
do
be
it.
able to
It's
finish
the
them
same thing
quickly and quietly.
with jobs, Not saying you should drop out of school because some random guy on the internet, screaming about it while playing a game, but so much of school now is, hey, we're not going to teach you how to do the thing. We're just going to make sure you know why you have to do the thing, and then we'll let them still on the job teach you how to do it. It's like, why am I paying you then? Can I not just skip the middleman and go straight to the job? Like,
Look at the mortal
I
vermin
don't
scattered.
I don't know.
Oh.
I get it for stuff like a doctor. They're not going to throw a doctor in day one and give them hands-on training, but for a lot of stuff out there, like I think we forget that people used to do this stuff without 8 years of school and a piece of paper that said they could. They'd show up and learn it from someone who's already doing it, and then they'd know how to do it. You know, that's how the world works. But um, I don't know if it's a cultural thing or just,
These
something I've
blossoms only
experienced, but the older
respond to the
generation
presence of
is,
magic.
kind of,
Perhaps there is more to you than it seems.
ooh, I forgot I have magic. Kind of, they don't want the
Incredible.
responsibility
What
of,
are you?
I don't even know what it is. It's almost like they don't want the responsibility of having someone new under them. Like they don't want to teach people. They don't want to pass it on. They don't want to, oh, if they do bad, that reflects poorly on me, you know? And I think that's a large problem that no one really wants to talk about, and you can't really talk about because if you do bring it up, older generation just shuts it down, right? Nope, the problem is you're not working hard enough. I think a large part of the problem is you're not teaching hard enough. Like you give up on these guys right away. You just, if it's not perfect, you don't want to, invest. No one wants to invest anymore. It's like, well, if you don't put time and effort into someone or something, You know, people are no different than anything else. If you don't put time and energy into them, you know, um,
It completely covered the tunnel.
well,
Maybe you
you
can use
know,
that staff to
you don't
burn
put
the
time and
tunnel.
energy into them. And I think we've hit this mentality as,
Not more spiders. Burn them. Burn them.
you know, just a culture where it's like, well, that's not my problem. And it's like, no, it is your problem. If that's someone you care about, if that's someone you love, that you want to do well, like, you have to teach them. You're the one who cares about them. I don't care about them. I mean, no more than I care about everybody, you know. I don't. It's just it's getting to the point where as someone with a big heart, you're standing there going, "Oh, I can't do it all. I need more people with big hearts to help. More people who actually know what they're doing, more people who can actually do stuff, you know." But part of that is maybe I have to be that person, you know. Maybe you have to be that person.
Hurry, get out of
Sometimes,
here.
you know, life sucks. You have to be that person. Um, Back to our silly little fantasy game. I don't know where kind of got on my soapbox and then got running with that. Where are we at? We're nearing half an hour here, so I think this is
What a bastard. Wait.
around the end of it. So
Get away.
maybe,
I need
yeah,
this.
this is a good spot.
That's what I intend
Okay,
to
so what
find
I'll
out.
do is
He
I'll
came out of
stop
the well.
here and then
What?
I'll post
We
part
better get
two
inside to see the old man. Quick,
later in the
before
day
those
after this
Quaternick
video
another
comes out
push.
or later in the week.
This is where
Stay
we part
tuned and
ways. Take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would
you
fit you.
guys
Just make sure you get to
will
Hugh.
be seeing that
We
coming
can
up.
hold off the
I'll
Tuatha
finish this
here.
first so I don't just cut it off.
We can't risk you getting killed. Just keep. I'll see you on the
Okay.
outside. If fate
All right.
wills it.
So, like I was saying, this has been Valet Games. Thank you for joining me. This should be going up, and part two should be going up shortly after, within the week. So, let me know if you guys want me to play some more of this, or Skylanders, or whatever on my channel you like saying, and I'll try and get it done. But, this has been Valet. Leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll catch you next time.